everybody. At a nightfall in Capernaum, be their house so simple, just a little home, filled with peace, harmony, and light. Placed in the eternal word of Jesus Christ, I imagine myself sitting over there among John, Peter, James, and Divine on the shore of the lake of the Genesis, sowing the soul forever, seeds of faith, and I, still a child in that place who knows maybe Jesus Christ would take me to walk in the backyard of Peter's house by moonlight, feeling the night breezes, the perfume of the sea. You said it to me, it's time for you to return. We'll meet again in your gospel at home. We'll meet again in your gospel home. Source of love that creates, pouring up our cold nights, support and comfort, support and comfort, cascades falling down the mountain, calling the children of earth with love in their heart, with love in their heart. My soul never loses hope, because your love always teaches me the solution lies in hard work. The solution lies in hard work. Oh, my mother Zephyrina, harvest of wonderful blessings, make your small son a good Christian, make your small son a good Christian. When life lends a hand, it's time to open up your heart. It's time to love one another. It's time to take part. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. we give our heart in charity, our lives are transforming into songs. Our dreams become reality, and we join Jesus for eternity. Vibrate the waves, loving and serving everyone. Vibrate the waves, loving and serving everyone. When we give our heart in charity, our lives are transforming into songs. Our dreams become reality, and we join Jesus for eternity.
Wherever you are, glowing seeds of love, as our Master Jesus taught. You will see that behind every sight there's a flame shining bright, tiny spark created by God. I will follow your path, Father, 'cause nobody is alone in life, and the scars of my destiny will be healed by your love. Disseminate wherever you are, glowing seeds of love, as our Master Jesus taught. As our Master Jesus taught.
Another day, another flower, another minute past the hour. Someday the sky is blue, and suddenly we can't see through. And every day is a fresh new start, when the sun turns off the moonlight. We get another chance to choose the road we want to cruise news end. On the other side of the mountain, there's always a whole new road. The new beginning calling after every end. There are a million reasons to pick you up after every fall. It's always a win in the new round. On the other side of the mountain, there's always a whole new road. And the new beginning calling after every end. And there are a million reasons to pick you up after every fall. It's always a win in the new round. It's always a win in the new round. It's always a win in the new round. It's always a win in the new round.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our public meeting. We thank everyone for joining us tonight. Before we start, we would like to share a couple of announcements. We ask you to turn off your phone notifications and find a quiet place to stay during this time if possible. Our meeting will have a 30 minutes presentation followed by Q&A. Following the presentation, we will have a spiritual treatment with passes and magnetized water. So we invite you to set aside a container with water to be magnetized. We would like to inform that there is a free and online course that for those who want to learn more about Spiritism. Get to know to Spiritism happens every Saturday at 5:15 p.m. East. This Saturday will be our closing class of this semester. However, there will be a new Get to Know to Spiritism class that will start in September. So if you are interested, wait a little bit. We are going to post more information soon. Okay? We also invite everyone to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube from the Spiritism Canada and the Spiritism Group Path of Light. And now, I invite everyone to join me in our opening prayer. So let's close our eyes and raise our thought in God. Thank you, Lord, for the opportunity to be here one more Tuesday in order to start about your teachings and to know a little bit more about our real life. We ask your blessing for us, our family, and for all the humanity. Please, Master Jesus, bless our friend Dr. Sergio during his presentation, and may we can learn from him and practice in our lives. Thank you for everything you have done for us, and we ask your protection today and always. So be it. The topic of our today's special meeting is the problem of the life and the destiny, which will be facilitated by our brother Sérgio Thyssen from Brazil. We also would like to announce that our public meeting is being retransmitted today by Continental Concaffers America through their Facebook, and will also be retransmitted every Wednesday at 8 p.m. East by Kardec Radio through their Facebook. Everyone is welcome to write comments and questions in the chat, and we will address the questions at the end of the talk. And now we invite our tonight's speaker. Welcome, Dr. Sergio.
Hello, how
Hi,
are you, Marcel?
I'm good. How are you?
I am fine too. I am in Rio de Janeiro,
Uh,
as you know, and I am very happy to stay with you again.
yeah, welcome back. And we are very happy to have you here again.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are gonna watching you now.
Okay, um, hi, my friends. Um, Today, we will talk something about one different issue because in the last opportunity, we examined some nice aspects between spirituality and medicine. But in this occasion, we will talk something about one book, one very important and beautiful book from the author Léon Denis, a French author that we need as spiritists as we are. We need to read the books. We need to study a very impressive work to clarify our lives and humanity about many interesting aspects of life. The name of the book is The Problem of the Life and Destiny. And I would like to begin. Remember that we understand as spiritists about life in terms of this specifically word, the Earth planet, a planet of tests and atonements. This is not one reference of planet, neither or humanity. This is one specifically kind of word. We have many problems here. You know about the history of this humanity. And today we have so many diseases, so many medical problems, and we have war, we have hunger, we have misery, we have many aspects that are uh, as some kind of characterization of the life of this humanity just now. So when we pay attention to the title of the word of the book, the problem of life and destiny, we will see the author, a very interesting uh, scripter, writer, telling to us about after the basic uh, aspect that we receive from Allan Kardec to know more about this different aspect of our life in this humanity, related to our suffering, but related to the perspective that in the future we will be completely different that we are now. So I would like to remember some aspects from the author Leon Denis. Leon Denis, born in Fouques, a little town in France, in January 1, 1846. Some biographic aspect. At the age of 18, he started working as a sales representative and so had to make frequent trips. At the age of 18, by chance, his eyes glanced at a work with an unusual title, The Spirit's Book by Allan Kardec. And this one changed completely his life. At the end, at the other side of life, in March 1927, he finished the manuscript of the Celtic Genius and the Invisible World, and he was so with 81 years old. And then he died a few months after this publication. He was honorary president of the French Spiritist Union, honorary member of the International Spiritist Federation, president of the International Spiritist Congress held in Paris in 1926. For many years, he directed an experimental group of Spiritism in Tours, the city where he died. He was one of the best orators and propagandists of the doctrine codified by Allan Kardec, of whom he was a worthy follower. Here, I would like to share with you the names of the majority of the titles of the different books from Leon Denis: Christianity and Spiritualism, After Death, another very important book, Spirits and Mediums, The Mystery of Joan of Arc, The Purpose of Life, Invisible Life, Experimental Proofs of Survival, The Great Enigma, and this one, The Problem of Being, The Destiny and Pain. This book, it was published in 1908. Socialism and Spiritism, the latter. I would like to talk to you about one idea from Leon Denis, the author, a friend of everyone in this world, especially the Spiritists around the world, consolidator of Spiritism after Allan Kardec, and not only a substitute and continuator of Kardec. He made doctrinal studies, mediumistic researches, boosted the Spiritism movement in France and in the world, and especially this deepened in his works the moral aspect of Spiritism, especially in this specifically book and title. Remember the year when he was born and 1927 when he died. One curiosity, do you remember that the precedent life of Allan Kardec, he was young Rus in Czech Republic. And Jan Hus, he had one mentor The mentor of Jan Hus was John Wycliffe, one philosopher very known in Europe, especially. And Jan Hus comes back to another life as Allan Kardec. And John Wycliffe, his mentor, he is Leon Denis. And now, in this last relationship, the situation it was inversed, and then first Allan Kardec, and then Leon Denis, changing the relationship in comparing from some centuries ago. And so it is interesting to know that John Wycliffe and Leon Denis, they are the same spirit. Entering the contents of the book, the first aspect, the problem of being. And then the author examined the important aspects of the evolution of mind, the evolution of the thought. The understanding of the universe develops with the progress of the human spirit. So, if we compare the understanding from Galileo Galilei in the half millennium ago, and the understanding and comprehension that you have now in terms of the universe, it is completely different to us. For example, we know so many aspects about the microscope aspect of the matter. For example, the atom. During the times of the work of Allan Kardec, the atom, it was considered indivisible. But now we can talk and learn about protons, neutrons, electrons. We share in physics in terms of quarks and leptons. So when we are step by step in science, growing up, we are changing our understanding of the many protagonists of the entire universe in the microscope world and the microscope and the major universe. So, for example, the dimensions. We are living in a world with 4 dimensions, 3 in a spatial aspect, and then the time. But now in modern physics, we work with one idea of 11 different dimensions. So when we are understanding in a better aspect the universe, we are changing our thought, our understanding about everything in terms of material world and in terms of spiritual worlds. So, for example, we are dealing with the challenges to understand our lives, the mechanism, the sense, where we come from. What we are doing here, what we will have in the future of the human beings, all of us in this world. But we are changing to a better comprehension about everything and about this too. We are on earth. We are sons of God. We are spirits, we are souls, we have one spiritual body, our perispirit, and we have our physical body when we are in another reincarnation. But we need to understand that the entire universe, it is a very complex structure related to billions and billions of different planets, different stars, different galaxies, and other different aspects. And in all of this, we have lives. We have spiritual lives of the Son and sons of God. Because, for example, here, one planet of tests and atonements. But we have primitive words. We have words of uh, a very different situation. For example, a word of happiness, a word of pure spirits. We have words of regeneration. We have some different levels of life. And in each one of the words, we have different humanities. And when we are examining the book of Leon Denis, the author uh, tell to us about reflections in terms how to understand our lives, how to know about uh, the suffering process, and how we can uh, to stay here, but constructing inside of ourselves one different spirit with level by level in terms of recovery process because of the bad things in the bad uh, ancient reincarnations, but with the perspective to be happy in the future lives. Let's go. The evolution of the being. Religions have explained life in a thousand different ways, different religions. Science each day modifies its precepts and will only arrive at reality when it rises above the mirage of material facts to study causes and laws. And if we understand, we are spirits, but we are some millions of people. But on earth, we have 20 billions of human beings. The half in the material life as we are here. But we have 12 billions of spirits in the other side of life, uh, trying to progress, but in the same fashion nowadays with very different problems, but problems that express our spiritual disabilities, our spiritual difficulties in this multi-millenary process of spiritual evolution. So we need to study Spiritism. We need to valorize the contents of Allan Kardec books. We need to understand the life, because when we know about this one, we will have some motivation to our moral development. We need to try to look for the virtues and to be a part of the vicious aspect that we have on earth from millenniums and millenniums. And Leon Denis help us in this book to sharing with us some very beautiful philosophical and scientific aspect to the better understanding of the life on earth, because we are in a very slowly process of spiritual evolution, and we need to go fast because we have the entire universe waiting for us, and we need to go to the future, uh, trying to help ourselves in our evolution of being. Christianity was the greatest effort of the invisible world to communicate ostensibly with our humanity. In terms of the spiritual world, and there, the discarnate ones with us here in the reincarnation as we are now. So we need to share experiences, because mediumship and religiosity, spirituality, this is some kind of upgrade in the understanding of life, but not only in the understanding, but in the practice every day, because spirituality, religiosity, these are ways to enlighten our souls or spirits, our families, and all the society around the world. Manifestations from the beyond, transient and isolated, permanent and universal. So we need to understand that after Allan Kardec, before too, but especially after the books of the Spiritism, the medium's book, the Gospel according to Spiritism, uh, the mediumship or the medium's book, all of this we need to study. We need to spend time to dedicate ourselves, because this is a treasure to our spiritual, moral development. And then we will be happy as soon as we obtain the different kinds of virtues in a process of substitution of our vices that we have around the world in some very important reality, independently of the country, independent of the geography. This is one humanity with a very important delay in the evolutionary process, and we need to go to the future. And then, pardon, we need to study spirituality, spiritism, to go fast to the future. the religious error was to immobilize thoughts instead of making it fly, because of the limitations of the humankind, of the human mind, of our thoughts, and limited understanding about reality. And then in different religions, we have many troubles, many problems because of the uh, mixing our limitations in terms of souls with the seeds of light of every one of the religions in the history of the humanity. So uh, this problem is the cause of some kind of spread of materialism. And we need to change our conditions. We need to spiritualize all the human life to understand the earth, to understand nature, to valorize everything, and especially the human life, the spiritual human life, to some kind of development, uh, to obtain the uh, spiritual better situation and happiness. We need to understand some kind of a fate. We will be happy, but we need to conquest this happiness with the changing of our spiritual condition, individually and in the sum, changing the spiritual condition of the earth, our planet. The modern spiritualism is the one form of, in that century, to consider spiritism. Modern spiritualism is the same in some kind of view of spiritism. This is one sentence of Leon Denis. Will renew science and religion, elevating the human soul, which will realize that the different theories are diverse aspects of the same whole, encompassing knowledge in a single and universal law. I'd like to share with you one interesting relationship of about this one with medicine. In medicine that we have on earth during the last 6 millenniums, we are dealing with the human life, human body, uh, as the only aspect of the life. So we are observing the evolution of medicine till now in terms of one materialistic point of view. So my colleagues in medicine, only they understand the health process, examining the human body, the brain, the heart, the tissues, the cells, only in one materialistic point of view. But because of the changing mind from the middle of the 19th century, including with the Spiritism, we now can study and practice one medicine with a very clear process of spiritualization. So, religiosity and spirituality nowadays, these are included in the understanding of the different diseases around the world, but we can share with our patient one doctor patient relationship with the light of spirituality. For example, I ask to my patients about what each one they think about church, about religiosity, understanding of life. And frequently, we invite our patients to the prayer, to different aspects of different feelings. For example, empathy, forgiveness, meditation, gratitude, because this exercise, this is a mind, a mental, one spiritual experience to different thoughts and feelings. And when we do this, the brain change because some kind of liberation of neurotransmitters that will function to change the body, to change the tissues and cells. And we are doing with our patients, with those uh, experiences, one preventive medicine and one curative medicine at the same time. This is a new one because we are uh, putting in advance our reality in terms of understanding that we are spirits, that we have bodies, but we are souls, we are spirits. And then we need to care of this important reality of ourselves, of ourselves. Let's go to the next. The criteria of the spirit doctrine. The new spiritualism or modern spiritualism addresses itself to the senses, intelligence, and consciousness. This is very important. This is this book. This is one issue to one seminar, a little congress, because each one of the chapters we would like to dedicate many time to study in a more profound manner to study the thoughts and the contribution of Leon Denis to our understanding of life. The Spirit's revelation are confirmed by experience because mediumship, when we can share many different aspects in terms of human life. I would like to tell you that because I was born in one spiritist family, because my mother and my father, I learn, I study, I understand the postulates of the Spiritism from when I was a child, an adolescent. And then I would like to share with you the idea that I uh, I am together with the discarnated spirits, people, during many decades in one opportunity to share experiences, to learn about the same aspects that Leon Denis bring to us in this so beautiful book. So when we share experiences, for example, we can talk about this in the future with you, uh, luminous materializations during more than one decade, uh, two times a month. I stay with the spirits, materialize it in front of me in one spiritist group. I can tell to you uh, that I know many different spirits, discarnated ones, doctors, physicists, uh, uh, common people from the house. Uh, I would like to share with you different experiences and talks and considerations, reflections with discarnated spirits related to science, related to religions, related to the common life and common people. And it was a very enrichment experience. So it is interesting to share about you, about this with you, because they are as we are. The difference is that they do not have now one physical body as we have. So we can spend very interesting times to discuss, to change contents in terms of human life and what we need to do, for example, to be happy in the next stage and situation, including on earth, obviously, but in development in the spiritual terms, to be as soon as possible happiest in comparing that we are now. Allan Kardec started the work that must be continued. I would like to comment with my colleagues in Toronto and Canada in general, United States of America, United Kingdom, the idea that when you are promoting those different studies in terms of the spiritism to the community, to know about spiritism, you are dedicating one beautiful uh, time to help the humanity to know about spirituality, spiritism, because this is some kind of Jesus Christ coming back to us. Spiritism, the consoler, promised by Jesus to us. So we would like to valorize these opportunities to share about Spiritism. The impersonalism and the multiplicity of the facts of teaching and dissemination of spirit revelation are factors that attest to its veracity in terms of spiritism. Spiritism puts an end to the anguish of the unknown, assuring the immortality of the soul, the existence of a better world beyond the grave, and solving philosophical questions such as the problems of being, life, death, and pain. Thus, it clarifies and praises the divine justice and mercy and its legislator, Jesus Christ and God. The revelation of Spiritism uh, is a free and sincere exposition of doctrines which have nothing immutable about them, but which constitute a new stage of the path of eternal and infinite truth. And we need this truth. Um, One different reflection, the good spirits send to us the Spiritist doctrine because they do not want to wait the human science to obtain one very clear development to arrive in the better stage to a better understand of the mechanisms of life by the way of science. So, religion, philosophy, spiritism, they come to us to our evolutionary process could be faster. So it does not, therefore, possess the immobility characteristic of religions that keep them distant from science. Now, Spiritism, but not only, but Spiritism is the mechanism to some kind of reintegration between spirituality, religion, religiosity, spirituality, and science. As I remember with you, in terms, for example, a very important science that is the medicine. I suppose that I will have many different considerations to do with you because we have many items that I choose from the book to share with you. But I suppose that I can talk to you some minutes more and then we can stop and would like me, I including, to see your questions about those so beautiful issues from the book uh, from Leon Denis. The problem of being. The soul is immortal and offers man his principle of life and movement, the essence of life, the soul, the immortal soul or spirit. According to the materialistic school, the soul is linked to the integrality of the brain cells. So, this is a materialistic point of view. So the soul is one the creation of the neurons, of the neurological architecture of the brain. But we need to understand that is very different. So the soul precedes the brain and succeed it because we will continue to live after death. For example, today we are studying about life after life. For example, near-death experiences. And when we study nowadays near-death experiences, we understand the mind outside the brain, because during these so beautiful experiences in the surgical room, uh, the brain is completely uh, without activity, because the EEG is flat, no activity. And exactly in this moment that we have so nice experiences inside the surgical room, but outside it too. This is one different study that we can share in the future here with us together. So, according, it is born, the soul, it is born and disappears with them, the brain. In truth, the physical brain is a simple instrument that serves the spirit to register its sensations and executor of its wills. The integral personality, the experiences of hypnotism and spiritualism have shed some light on the inner and deep layers of the unconscious. Distinction between cases of dual personality and incorporation of spirits. This is a science too. In the first case, there is only the alteration of states of the same consciousness, but in the second, the manifestation of completely different persons is perceived, because we have the different spirits in some different manifestations in the same medium, and we can analyze the differences between them. Uh, I would like to suggest, my friends, that we stop here, and then I would like to hear from you some considerations and eventually some questions about this so nice uh, uh, issue in terms of the problem of life and destiny, and about the pain and about the suffering that we have in the mankind just now.
Thank you, Dr. Sergio, for your presentation and reflection on this topic. It was a really interesting topic. Lots of things to discuss, right?
Right.
Yeah, so we have two questions. And the first one is from Paulo, and he says, knowing that this is not the only life we have, how can we make better use of our time and become a better person?
Well, thank you, Paulo Mauricio. This is a key question, because this is the sense of the human life.
Mhm.
Uh, we need to change our minds in terms of some spiritualization of our proper condition.
Mhm.
So we need to understand that we are coming from millenniums of materialism, because we had many different reincarnations in different countries, in different cultures and geographic situation around the world. But uh, because we do not uh, understand the life, we lose time and different opportunities to gain this spiritual development, and then to obtain one level of life with happiness.
Yeah.
Happiness in one spiritual understanding,
Yes.
not happiness with materialism.
Mm-hmm.
Happiness in terms of spirituality. So we receive uh, in the Spiritism the Gospel according Spiritism,
Yes.
the third book of the Allan Kardec series.
Mm-hmm.
And then here in this book, we have Jesus with us,
Yes.
independently of mine, of our uh, appreciation of science, medicine, physics, and different beautiful studies in the related to nature, the nature on earth and the nature in the universe. We need to pay attention what we are doing here, what we need, and then with gospel we have uh, the guiding to valorize different moments in our lives to when the spiritual effort to obtain virtues.
Mm-hmm.
We know about pride, vanity, egoism, indifference, but we know about altruism,
Yeah.
humility. We know about compassion, empathy. We know about consider the other life, the life of the others around us, and charity, fraternity, solidarity. And when we stay in the same step without this beautiful, nice, and important acquisition, and how I can obtain this? Understanding the way and the true objective of life. For example, I need to know about myself. I need uh, to see my inner condition and try to to spend time, energy to change my mind, to change my thoughts, my feelings, my will, and to adapt my life, not only one, but all of that
Mm-hmm.
in different centuries to the future to some kind of construction of the uh, good woman, good man in terms of gospel, in terms of the prescription of Jesus to the human mind.
Okay.
I need to be interested in those matters and to put in action in my days, in my minutes, in, including when I am sleeping, because when we sleep, uh, our body are in the bed, but
Mm-hmm.
we are, where will be
So,
our souls? Uh,
Mhm.
we need to consider this because if I do one prayer, if I ask the angels, the good spirits, to be with them, to study, to gain some kind of opportunity to be prepared to the future, I will be engaged in the spiritual process of evolution. But I need to understand too that I have this responsibility in terms of myself, but
Yes.
not only because I need to work. I need to be the pleasure to stay with the family people, with my colleagues in works and different institutions and in the street to share uh, feelings in terms of love, charity, solidarity.
Mhm.
That is one moment in the Apocalypse of John. In terms, this is very interesting because we can read there uh, this situation on earth. It is the better moment to everyone. If in this scenario, if we do not develop the virtues, we will be failure in moral terms because the necessities, the challenges, the invitation to change the humanity in a mutual collaborative work is so impressive
Yeah.
that if we do not be sensitive to this one, we do not have a better opportunity. Now, this is the moment to change.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your perfect explanation. So yeah, I think this it's perfect. It's wonderful, and thank you so much for all your teachings, all your um, thoughts about the book. And we are really, really pleased to have you here again and for this spectacular talk. Thank you so much, Dr. Sergio. And we thank you everyone for the participation in the chat. And now we are going to move for the spiritual treatment. Um, PAS is the transfusion of spiritual energy with the goal of assisting with our physical, emotional, and mental balance. PAS help us to restore a state of harmony and peace by replacing negative energy with health and positive energy. In order to receive the best benefits from passes, please follow the audio instructions or remain in prayer. You may um, close your eyes to help with mentalization. During the pass, the water you set aside will will also absorb the spiritual energy that your family and you can benefit from. We will now make our prayer in preparation for the Pass. So, once again, I invite everyone to join me. Let's close our eyes. Master Jesus, once again, we ask you and all the good spirits to protect us and allow us to receive all the benefits from the past. May we feel better after this spiritual treatment. We also would like to thank you for this so rich talk, and may we can live your gospel every day of our lives. Please bless us all and our week and spread your love over the planet. Please, Lord, stay with us today and always. So be it.
Let us now prepare ourselves for the moment of the passes and the magnetization of water. Let's now calm our hearts, breathing in and out. Pay attention to your body. Focus on your breath and let yourself be carried by this energy. Let your thoughts pass by without judging them. Let them flow. Allow this light to be the beacon that guides you, and allow these words to penetrate your energy. Make each word an anchor of gratitude, faith, and trust. With the purpose of healing, which takes away my faith, healing every feeling of separation, of pain, let it all dissolve in this moment, leaving only love, gratitude, and trust. We ask God for the presence of our guardian angel and the friendly spirits who welcome us into this enlightened environment of our Spiritist Center. We open our plexus of love and forgiveness by mentalizing a light surrounding our hearts. Find a quiet and comfortable place to begin the mentalization process. Remove all worries from your thoughts. We ask that during the pass you breathe slowly and deeply. Let your body relax and surrender yourself to a deep meditation. Calmly imagine divine energies in soft and colorful light surrounding you in an environment of peace and spiritual warmth. Entrusting God with your most intimate desires, raise your thoughts to Jesus and the emissaries of the spiritual environment. The pass begins with the cleansing of your soul. Imagine a waterfall of crystal clear water pouring over us, removing all the feelings that keep you away from faith and trust. Feel the energy of this water bathing you and deeply breathe in, feeling peace and harmony. Allow this water to wash away all the impurities and spiritual larvae, washing away all the sorrows and resentments, any feelings of hatred and revenge that hold us back and cause us harm, not only from this life, but past ones as well. Now visualize spiritual doctors around you, applying magnetic cleansing passes, sanitizing your spiritual body of all sadness and negative energy. Mentalize these negative thoughts and feelings being washed away, evaporating from your soul, like water evaporating into thin air, and being carried far away from your mind. Surround yourself with the faith that bathes your being, bringing clarity and lucidity, rebalancing every cell in your body. May the water envelop all pain and bring the clarity of opportunity that chooses peace. The answer arises in our hearts, freeing us from all evil and freeing all whom we have caused evil into and who have caused us evil, washing away all the connections that bind us. Even though we may not understand, we are freeing ourselves from all that causes us harm. Feel this cleansing penetrate your soul and release. Now that we are spiritually cleansed, imagine yourself surrounded by the light of love from the hands of Jesus. At this moment, sing words of faith and gratitude, being faithful to the light that exists in me, planted by the zealous Father. Imagine the sunlight that surrounds and enraptures, freeing us from the chains of everything that holds us down, strengthening your faith. Allow yourself to trust in this light, surrender to it, involved in pleasant feelings and feeling relieved to receive the strengthening lights. Mentalize your spiritual mentors now applying divine light for the strengthening of your mind and your emotions, leaving you feeling emotionally revitalized. Let us now mentalize the magnetization of this water. May we mentalize all the friendly spirits, magnetizing this water and filling it with everything that our bodies, minds, and soul need, so that it may be of help to us when we drink it after the Pass. Thank you, God.
I would like to thank you for joining us tonight, and we will be back next Tuesday here on Spiritism Canada and Continental Concafres Americas at 8:30 p.m. East, and next Wednesday on Kardec Radio at 8 p.m. East. Have a good night.
Come on, my friend, come to the light. Here with all our heart and soul, let's follow Jesus Christ. Let us preach the peace, let us preach the love. And this world already wonderful will be much more. Get up, look at the sky, in the earth where the flowers bloom with sunshine. Let's hold our hands and be together on this road. Then we take peace and love and spread it to the world.